Hey, welcome to Grapple This. Coming from the Donkey Toboggan Fight Team Gym. I'm your host, Luke Spearing. We have a few things to go over today. Strikeforce St. Louis, Ultimate Fighter 10 Finale, UFC 124 St. Pierre vs. Koscheck 2, UFC 125, Frankie Edgar vs. Gray Maynard 2. Alright, here we go. Let's get this started. In the Strikeforce battle, we had, in the first fight, we had, in a light heavyweight bout, we had Benji Radek lose by unanimous decision to Ovent St. Preux. In a heavyweight bout, Antonio Bigfoot Silva TKO'd Mike Kyle in the second. In a middleweight bout, we saw Robbie Lawler KO Matt Lindland in the first round, and he was nice enough to straighten his legs out as he was getting back up. Welterweight bout, Paul Daly knocked out Scott Smith. This is probably one of the best knockouts I've seen in a long time. Scott Smith landed face first right into the mat. There's no way he wasn't out. Dan Henderson, in a light heavyweight battle, knocked out Babalu Sabral. I should have figured, because I would, Babalu, he kind of sucks now. And, okay. Then we had the Ultimate Fighter 10 Finale. It was a pretty good card. We had a featherweight bout between Leonard Garcia, win a controversial split decision over Nam Fan.
You're that fan!
Okay, come down here. I'm going to crack joke for you. We're going to do it right now.
In a welterweight bout, Rick Story earned a unanimous decision over Johnny Hendricks. In a lightweight bout, we saw Cody McKenzie tap out Aaron Wilkinson with a guillotine choke / jaw crank. The arm wasn't underneath the chin, so it wasn't really choking him, but it was definitely going to break his jaw. In a middleweight bout, we saw Demian Maia win unanimous decision over Kendall Grove. In a light heavyweight bout, Stephan Bonner took a unanimous decision win over Igor Pokrajak. And in the main event, we had a lightweight bout between finale contenders Jonathan Brookins and Michael Johnson. Brookins wins by unanimous decision. Also, we had UFC 124 St. Pierre vs. Koscheck 2. In the undercard, there was all decisions, so I'm not even going to bother talking about that. We all know how I feel about decisions.
Fucking bullshit!
In a lightweight bout, Mark Bocek triangle choked Dustin Haslett for the win, earning him the submission of the night. In a middleweight bout, Dan Miller, unanimous decision win over Joe Dirksen. And there was a welterweight bout, Thiago Alves made weight, 170 pounds, and won unanimous decision over John Howard. We had a lightweight bout where we saw Mac Danzig knock out Joe Stevenson in the first round. Short left hand that just put him out. And another lightweight bout, we got to see Jim Miller knee bar Charles Oliveira in the first round. Also splitting submission of the night with Bocek for that. In a heavyweight bout, we had Stefan Struve TKO Sean McCorkle in the first round. And in the main event, we saw George St. Pierre win a unanimous decision over Josh Koscheck. Throughout the fight, in the second round, I believe, GSP broke Koscheck's orbital bone. I think that GSP could have finished the fight. I don't know why he didn't. He wasn't setting up head kicks or anything like that. I felt he was a little too timid to end it. Also, there was on the first of the year, Happy New Year's everybody, we had UFC 125, Maynard versus Edgar 2. First we get to see a middleweight bout between Phil Baroni.
It doesn't matter what your name is!
And Brad Tavares. Tavares knocked out Jabroni in the first round. In a featherweight bout, Dustin Poirier beat Josh Grisby by unanimous decision. Guess there was no flukes this time, Grisby. In a lightweight bout, we saw Jeremy Stevens knock out Marcus Davis in the third round. This was Marcus's first fight at 155 pounds. He's kind of on a losing streak lately. If this wasn't his first fight at 155 pounds, he'd probably get cut. So if he doesn't win another one, we'll probably see him in Strikeforce. In a lightweight bout, Clay Guida guillotine choked Takanori Gomi in the second round. Go Clay. In a welterweight bout, Don Hung Kim, unanimous decision win over Nate Diaz. In a light heavyweight bout, Thiago Silva beat Brandon Vera by unanimous decision and broke his nose in the process. Pretty nasty break. On the same lines as Anderson Silva, Rich Franklin won. In a middleweight bout, we got to see Brian Stan knock out Chris Levin in the first round. In the main event, we had a lightweight title match between Frankie Edgar and Gray Maynard. The fight went all 5 rounds and ended in a draw. The crowd seemed to think it was a bad decision, probably thinking Maynard should have won it, but in my opinion, the judges were correct at calling it a draw. Coming up, we have a fight for the troops, and honestly, on the card, there's nobody really big names. I think the main event's Melvin Gillard. Not very big names, but you know what happens when they put these no-name cards together? They always fight better and make a name for themselves, so hopefully we'll get to see a really good card come out of that. Also, Super Bowl weekend, there is UFC 126. The main event will be Anderson Silva versus Vitor Belfort for the middleweight title. I'd like to see Vitor fight somebody before Anderson Silva coming off an injury. I think he has a good chance of beating Anderson Silva, but ring rust will probably play a factor in this one. Also on that same card, Johnny Bones Jones is going to take on Ryan Bader. There's light heavyweight #1 contender title implications in this fight. A lot of people think Bones Jones should have deserved a title shot, but a lot of people think Bader probably does too. Also, we have the UFC circus match, Rich Franklin taking on Forrest Griffin. I don't think there's any implications for this fight at all. It's just a good fight that the fans want to see. 2 dudes that bring it. Also on the same card, we have the UFC debuts of Miguel Torres and Kid Yamamoto at 135 pounds at the bantamweight or whatever. Also, Uriah Faber has dropped down to 135 pounds. So with those 3 guys right there, there's a series of matches that could really be good. Well, that's all we have for today. I'm your host, Luke Spearing, coming from the Donkey Toboggan Fight Team Gym. Just remember, grapple this with your lips.